This is just a live stream if you find this later. No guarantees of catching fish. Probably gonna go for about an hour. We're fishing in Jersey, basically almost in the middle of December. I just went to the lake that I usually fish at, and it was fully frozen over, so I'm back to my trout spot. Gonna try to get down there, and maybe there's a couple more rainbows left over there. Maybe I can get one. I do see somebody suck there, which means somebody had a unsuccessful trout fishing trip. Hopefully we don't repeat the same mistake. I am not wearing boots today or waders, just warm hiking boots. I do not want to get wet today. Hey, what's going on? Hey, DCP. What's going on, Hamlet? Thanks, guys. So, DCP, I went to my lake that I was fishing last week, and it's frozen over, at least by the bank. So, I'm back out here at the regular trout spot. Look, we got power bait, we got worms, and look. Whoa, that scared me. Those are ducks. Look at them ducks. That was good eating, from what I hear. I got one. Oh, God damn it. Something I didn't want to do. I don't think I got wet, though. I think we're good. We got one sock in the water, one sock on the surface. I don't think I got my feet wet, which is not what I want to do today. Yeah, you eating fish sticks, I'm doing a fishing live? That is kind of funny. Thanks. Yeah, well, somebody didn't have a good fishing trip. It got that sock over there. For some reason, I always find socks here. I don't know if there's some weird, like, sock cult that comes here at night and just leaves socks around, or is that like a lucky thing that I'm missing out on? But I'm just gonna climb up on this tree because I ain't got no. Yeah, but I want to find out about the sock man who keeps leaving the socks around. Yeah, so look, check it out. I got some serious drip. Look, my Sims. I bought these during Black Friday. You can see how short my fingers are because these are supposed to be half glove. I mean half hand, and they basically cover up my whole hand. They're made by Sims. I think I got them for like $20 on Black Friday on Sims website. It's the first new thing I ever bought from Sims. Let's try it out. See what happens. I'm using my regular. It's a Daiwa Presso with a Daiwa Legalis LT1000. I have a 2 pound line. I'm using the jig heads made by iFish and a 2 pound line, and I'm using a pink trout magnet. See, that's all. But I have to be careful with these gloves because they're not. They call them wool gloves, but they're only 30% wool. But I already caught it once with a hook. Forget it. It's a pain in the butt to get them out. Hey, what's going on, Tool Springs? What's going on, Mustafa? Everybody's in. Awesome. Peace, guys. Look, I got my new drip. I got my Black Friday purchase came in. My Sims wool gloves to keep me warm. They're pretty nice. But I would definitely not pay retail for them. I think retail is like $60, which is absolutely crazy. There's also another company, I think it's called Monkey something, and they're good too. But these do keep my hands warm, I'll tell you that. My fingertips are still cold, but if we're gonna catch a trout, it's gonna be right here. And that's actually where we caught one 2 weeks ago. And we fought a heron over there. No, not everybody. You see how much fish Ronya caught over the weekend? That was crazy. He went out. I think a lot of his family came over for the weekend, and they went out. They caught 170 fish, and he had to clean all of it. Now that man either has a good technique or he has a lot of patience, or he might have both. because I once cleaned about 30 fish, and that's no joke. Cleaning 30 fish is tough. Cleaning 170 fish, that's a full-time job for a day. Thank you, Mustafa. I appreciate you. What we're gonna do is I have this green thing. I'm not sure if Trout's gonna like it, but let's try it. Um, I ordered a bunch of tackle from this guy iFish that I like, and I think he sent me like a little gift because I got a box from him and it had a Z-Man plastic that I've never seen before. I'm gonna try that. But yeah, if there's gonna be trout, it's gonna be right here. We're just fishing with a 1 gram jig head, size 10 hook. That's what we were catching crappie with last week. We had a pretty good session. What's going on, Rob? Rob Miguel 3276. He's asking what we're fishing for. Well, we're trying to catch a rainbow trout if there's still any left. I'm gonna switch this from pink to green. Let's check. I'll show you guys what I have. I haven't opened it yet. But yeah, I was gonna go fish at that lake that where we fished before, but unfortunately the banks are frozen over now. Hold on, I got a cool rod holder here that I've been using for the past couple of live streams. All right, give me a sec. Oh yeah, I'll look both ways, Hemley. Here you go. I'll give you a slow roll. The fish, if they're here, they're either going to be along this log. I'm standing on the tree in the middle of the river. Not in the middle, but I climbed this, and I'm kind of standing on this tree structure. Yeah, there's my feet. And if there's going to be trout, they're going to be along this log. That's where we caught one about 2 weeks ago or 3. And 2 weeks ago, we caught one over there. So we're going to fish here for a little bit, and then we'll walk over. We'll try 2 spots. Yeah. What's going on with Tule Springs? Let me see if I can. Let me show you guys what I want to try fishing with. So yeah, these. And these are the jig heads I'm using. They're made by that guy I told you about. I don't mean to hawk his stuff, but he uses Japanese hooks. I think he uses Daiwa hooks. He just doesn't disclose it. But we're gonna try the Z-Man micro worm. Let's not litter. Let's just take one. I've never tried this before in my life, so let's do it. I gotta give props to Z-Man though. They make some cool little micro lures which support. Not a lot of companies make these. Look at this little thing. All right, hold on. Seal it up. Uh, yeah, there's no depth at all under that bridge. It's all rocks. You can probably actually see the rocks from here. You see that? That bridge is just a bridge to the former AT&T World office. This whole campus, see that bridge? That's actually a private road bridge. It goes over there, and there's actually a security checkpoint. If you don't, you know about AT&T company, the Bell company. They used to be their world campus, but unfortunately, or fortunately, AT&T almost went bankrupt, so they had to sell it, and now it's just owned by some property management company. I don't think anybody stays there right now. So that bridge, it doesn't see any use. But yeah, you gotta have some crazy money to build a bridge like that to your corporate office. And there's a bridge on the way back, just to the right of me. Oh yeah, you did. So my wife got me my kid a fishing advent calendar. I gotta make a short about it. It's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna put the Zman on this tiny BG1 hook, and maybe it'll hook into a trout. You never know. Things happen on the live stream, as you know, and sometimes they happen for the better. But yeah, that's it. That's what we're working with right now. Let's try it. It's literally like a micro bass worm. All right, 2 pound line. At least I'm staying warm in these Sims gloves. Hey, what's going on? J Fish, what's going on, Jim? How's it going? Silver spoons in the advent calendar. My wife got both of my kids these advent calendars, and she never talked to me about it. And I know exactly why, because I'll probably tell her not to get them. But I mean, the lure colors for the waters that we fish in Jersey are pretty wild. Have like fluorescent pink going on, like it's something I would fish in. We'll see. You never know, right? Oh, that thing looks beautiful in the water, by the way. All right, let's keep casting it. Tulip Springs. So your box is coming on Wednesday. For some reason, I thought Tulip Springs sent me a care package, which I'm very appreciative about. I haven't received it yet, but according to I've been tracking the box, so it's gonna come in on December 10th, and I'll do that unboxing video because that's the first time somebody ever sent me anything. Not that I feel like I deserve it, but I do appreciate it very much. I'll give you an unboxing video. How about that? I've never done one of those before. Here I am, 40 plus years old, doing unboxings. All right, let's see. Um, let's cast this. Oh, okay. I definitely don't want to fall off of this thing because I do not have waterproof footwear. I just came out here for an hour. Hey, what's going on, Larv Haters Club? What's going on, Agnes? You working on a remodel? Well, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. Jim, when are your grandkids coming to drive you nuts? They're not there yet, right? You're about to hear a lot of 6-7, man. I'm telling you. Just watch. Because that word's not allowed in my house, but let me tell you, it slips in every day. I need to figure out some sort of a punishment. Live Haters Club. Hi ho, man. Yeah, we'll see. I was actually hoping to fish the lake again, like we fished last time. We almost caught a half a dozen crappie and a perch. But unfortunately, the lake froze over on the banks, and there's a ton of geese there. So I did not get access the way I wanted it. You know, I have to tell you, this thing swims exactly like a baby snake. This thing's gonna kill in the spring and summer. Look at this thing. If you want to catch just panfish, this is it. I'm gonna cast here like maybe 10 more times, and we're gonna move. That's a good cast right there. Hold on. We have hope. Yeah, but I think I'm the only guy fishing now in this part of Jersey because it is cold. These gloves are helping me out a lot, but I'm telling you, I got out of my car this morning thinking I just wanted to go for a walk here just for quick exercise because I had to wait for a customer. I got right back in my car at 9 a.m. It was so cold. It was probably about 24 degrees out here with some wind. I'm surprised. You can see some ice on the river, but this water keeps moving, so it's not frozen. Hmm. I'd rather be in Florida right now, catching big game fish with the subscribers. GCP, are you planning to get out there still? Hey, FNC, what's going on? Huh, I feel like I had a little nibble. I go super slow right now. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move from here. We do one more cast. I'm not even switching the color. We're going to do one more cast, and I'm going to move to that moving. I'll try not to get my feet wet because I don't want to get my feet wet in freezing weather. All right, one more cast here, and we're going to move. I do have to tell you, it's really strange, but every time I come to the spot, I locate sucks. I'm still trying to figure out if there's some sort of a special river suck fraternity that comes here at night and just leaves them around. Oh, we got one. Oh boy, hell yeah! How you doing, kids? I got one. Oh, right on. We got a rainbow trout. We got a rainbow trout, boys and girls. Oh yeah, I had zero expectations of catching this fish today, but we got one. All right, now how do we lend it? Because I was not expecting this. Hold on, let's drag him across the log. Oof, let's drag him across the ice. Nope, he's going in the ice. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. We got a rainbow trout. How you doing? I'm gonna harvest this bad boy. Now here's a problem. Here is a problem. I think I know I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him right here. That's it. All right, this fish is going nowhere now. All right, how about that? How you gonna deal with that? I didn't even bring it back with me today. Look at this, beautiful fish. Caught him right in the nose. How about that? That's going straight to my pops. That's a beautiful fish. And look, I caught him on that little Z-Man worm and that BG1 hook. All right. Here, let me take a quick picture of this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn off the chat for 1 second. Look at this guy. Apologize for disappearing, but I'm back. That's a beautiful fish. He's not fighting me that much. All right, here's the problem. I didn't bring him back with me, but I'm gonna keep this for my pops. I mean, these are stalkers. They're not gonna make it anyway. So yeah, no, it's a beautiful fish. I absolutely love it. Wow, I was not planning to stay here for a while, and look, I caught him on that little Z-Man. All right, how about that? Yeah, I personally don't want to eat the fish, but my pops will. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Oh, and he made a decision to get out of here. You know what? Maybe that's for the better. He's doing all right. I think he's just gonna leave. You know what? Maybe it was meant to be. I don't mind that at all. I hope he doesn't like die. I think he's gonna be all right. I don't think we hurt him that much. He just fell right off the hook and right in the water. So yeah, I think that was yeah, he's right there swimming around. I think he's gonna be fine. Look, he's right there. I don't think he's that mad. You see the trout? You know what? Maybe he'll make it. It's the water's nice and cold. We didn't keep him out of the water that long. I had my wool gloves, so I don't think I took that much slime off. Let's hope the fish makes it. And if it doesn't, well, let's see. I'm gonna stay in the spot now. I'm gonna fish a little longer. But yeah, here's what I caught him on. Thanks again. Thanks for sticking with me in the chat. I'm sorry I had to disappear for a bit to take a picture of him, but look, that's what we caught him on. But you know what's funny? Hold on. I did lose my part of my hook on it. That's why I actually broke off. That's hold on. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so this is what I caught him on. Just a like a Z-Man worm, green worm. He's still here. I see him right there. I think he's fine. I don't think he's dying. Do you guys see him? I think he's totally fine. He's just sitting under the log. Yeah, should have harvested him. I didn't come here to plan to harvest fish, but yeah, it is what it is. Thanks again for sticking with me. I was not expecting to catch a trout today. I'll tell you that. That was epic. All right, let's catch another one. Let me change. I caught a lot of fish on that BG1, but it did break. That's actually why he probably has a piece of hook in his mouth right now. All right. Let me. I did have this. I did have this hook bent previously when I had it stuck, so maybe I damaged it before that. All right, give me a second, guys. Yeah, but I think that fish is gonna be fine. What do you guys think? Yeah, once again, this is what I caught him on. Here, it's a Z-Man micro finesse. Let me throw a different hook on. So I guess if I didn't break the hook, I still have the fish. That was funny. But I guess I shouldn't have handled a pound like that fish just by holding by the hook. All right, let's throw another jig head hook on. Thanks for sticking with me. That was awesome. That was a beautiful trout. I don't think I really got that much slime off the fish, so I think he should be fine. I'm gonna throw one more of these jig heads on. This one is a little heavier though. This is a size 8 hook, and this is a 1.5 grams, so it's gonna sink a little faster. The one I caught him on was a 1 gram, and it was a size 10 hook. All right, let's give it a go. I'm kind of sunny on lock here. I just hope that guy doesn't pass away from the stress. It was a small fish, so, and I didn't really squeeze him that hard. So I think in my mind, I think the fish is gonna be fine. Jeremy, how am I okay if I'm on land? Wait till you get married and have 2 children. You know, us orcas, we settle down, man. Watch Netflix. Netflix too good to be sitting in the ocean not watching it. And then how am I gonna do fishing if I'm not on land? Oh man, I do love these Sims gloves. If you guys are in the chat and you're planning to and your hands get cold, check out Sims, like the actual Sims, like clearance section. That's where I found them during Black Friday. You get some crazy deals on Black Friday, and probably still. All right, hands are a little cold. Oh wow, that was good. That's a little embarrassing. Hold on. Hey, Grumpy Bass, what's going on? We just caught a rainbow trout, surprisingly, and my hands are a bit cold. Trying to put my jig head back on. I was planning to go to the lake to fish today, but the lake was frozen, so I decided on the way back I stopped by the river and I said, "Let me take you guys trout fishing." I wasn't expecting. That's why I didn't show up here with a net. If I had the trout netted, I definitely would have still kept it. Hold on, my hands are cold. I'm sorry, guys. I think I'm almost there. Yeah, but that guy came off the hook and kind of stayed next to me. He didn't really swim off. I hope he doesn't pass. I'm gonna check this area tomorrow, but I think he'll be fine. All right, time to put it back on. Hey, Braden, thanks. Thanks for that, Ruby. It's very nice. All right. So what we caught that rainbow trout on, once again, is that Z-Man micro finesse worm, which is my first time ever using a brand new micro Z-Man lure. Kind of looks like this. That's all. That's all it took. It almost looks like a small Senko worm, and he bit it. And we were going slow. Let me just check if it swims right. Now this one is a 1.5 gram jig head, so it does drop a little faster, which I'm not super happy about. But that's the only jig head I had in my pocket because I had to switch it out. So yeah, it's a 1.5 gram. I think it's more like a 1/32 of an ounce. I prefer 1/64 of an ounce jig head, especially for cold water fishing. But let's check. It's definitely going to cast further. Oh yeah, this thing flies now. Hopefully we don't get it snagged. That was good. We were just sitting here in a log for, well, it was about only 17, 18 minutes, probably more like 15, and we just got that fish. It's pretty good. I'm just using 2 pound. I was using 4 pound, but I got tired of it was coiling, and this rod is really ultralight. I've never had problems using 2 pound, even for big fish. So unless I catch a 3 pound bass, I think I'll be fine. Hmm. Let me check, make sure this lure looks good in the water. Yeah, so just 2 pound line. It's nothing. Ah, you got to always watch out. You see this? When you wear these gloves, you always are going to get them stuck. And that's something you don't want to do. I'm trying to see if I can still see that trout, but I think he's gone now, which is a good thing. Wow, this thing casts like a bass lure right now with that weight. It's so funny when you have a light rod, how far you can cast like a 1/32 ounce jig head with a little tail on it. That's where I caught that fish, right there. See, maybe there's another one. I'm gonna twitch it a little bit. Oh, look, it's our old friend, guys. Do you guys know that guy? Do you guys do you guys remember that guy? Look, he's out here. That's the guy we fought like 10 days ago in a live stream. Yeah, so spinners do work amazing here. You're not wrong. I'm reading Steve Davies says that he never had any luck using jigs. Spinners, however, loads of success on. So yes, I've had amazing success on spinners. Here's the problem with this spot. Super high pressure spot. I mean, you can basically park, and everybody knows this spot. I actually found it on FishBrain, and you just walk over and fish for trout. So everybody uses spinners. They work for the first couple of days, and then for some reason they just don't bite it again. So you're stuck with using power bait, or you have to figure out something out that other people are not using. And this is the first time I ever fished with a Zman micro lure in my life. So I usually use those shroom heads from Zman, but I got a pack of these. And yeah, we caught a trout on this right away within the first 15 minutes of using it. So it works. Kind of looks like a little worm. Just trying to put it on a little better. And I'm using a size 8 hook now. Hmm. Kind of looks like a little wormy worm. Maybe I could, yeah. Yeah, but this blue heron, they're so aggressive here that I guess fishermen feed them here. If they see you catch a fish, they'll go after your catch, which is wild, and I'm not down with that. So I'm assuming if I catch another trout right now, that guy is probably gonna come. That guy right there, he's probably gonna try to get our fish. So we're gonna try to avoid that. No, that was not a fish. I got overexcited. What I don't like about the 1.5 gram jig head, I think Victor also makes a 1.25 gram, is that it sinks a little faster for these conditions. This would be great if the water current was low up. Yeah, so I'm guessing if I do get a trout on right now, it's going to be the same battle we had last time we have trout with this guy, because that bird's going to come right after it. Huh. I don't know how many of you were in the live stream when I fought the bird for the fish, but that was probably one of my more epic live streams that I've ever done. Stephen Davis says a fish trot in England, just use a lump of bread and a circle hook and drift downstream. Yeah, no, you can definitely do that. Now, I have a question. When you fish for trout, is it stock trout or is it native? Because I can see stock trout eating bread because they do eat power bait and everything. But a native trout eating bread is pretty wild. Is that so? That's why I'm asking what kind of trout you go for. Hmm. I'm still wondering about that fish that we had. Is it doing okay? Where did it go? I'm hoping it's doing all right. I don't see it suffering anywhere. I didn't keep it out of the water that long. The only thing is I didn't have gloves to handle it. Let's see. I fish both where I'm at, Northern Jersey. Nice. Yeah, Northern Jersey is awesome fishing. We go to the border of New York. We go to twice a year. We go to that Never Sink River in New York, which is right by the North Jersey border. Caught a beautiful brown trout there this spring, and we caught a native trout there too. Definitely a lot more fish there, but Jersey's not bad either. Someone gets snagged. So I'm surprised there's still stock trout left over here. That's good news. Oh, I got a bit of ice on my tip. Give me a sec. Yeah, but that blue heron just sitting there. He is cold, I can tell you that. Look at him. His neck is completely hidden. He kind of looks like a cartoon character from like Simpsons or South Park. He's just cold. Hey, what's going on, Terry B? How you doing, Melanie? Let's see what you wrote, Steve. Native brown, take it. Get a few stack rainbows. Would escape from the trout fishery nearby when it floods. Oh, nice. I like that approach. That's funny. By us, I've had a lot of people telling me that rainbows have been good, both stocked and native. Kind of cool. Yeah, rainbows don't make it here in where I am right now in North Branch of the Raton River, mostly because the temperatures get up to like mid 70s, if not higher, during the summer. But other rivers in Jersey, they do make it. Jersey's kind of funny with the weather. Usually, usually we never catch the rainbow trout is known not to make it here, and they only stock rainbow trout in Jersey because brown trout is prone to certain diseases, and they stopped stocking brown trout, I think, almost 10 years ago, if not more. Oh, boys, we got another fish. I'm pretty sure that's a fish. Hold on. Oh, he's getting. Oh, no, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He woke up right away. Look at him. That's not fish. That's a branch. But it felt like a fish. Look how it's fighting me. You see the blue heron pop up right away? That was funny. Because this thing started swimming sideways. So we got a good old 3-pounder. Look at the beautiful color on it. Just one in a million fish. Usually you get some lures on it too. And this time around, we just got the tree. I'm just happy it wasn't attached to anything bigger. You want this one? Come on, man. No, he doesn't. No, we have not caught snakehead because I'm in kind of central Jersey. I know they're down there in South Jersey, but we do not have snakehead here. But I would love to catch one. Oh, look, he's actually checking out the branch. Look at him. Look at this guy. He's considering it. Thinks we're friends. Not after what happened last time, man. That was not cool, dude. Look, he's still pretty juvenile. That's not a full-size blue heron. But he's just chilling out here with us. Look, he basically just wants me to catch a fish. Because he's like, this guy just caught a branch. Next thing up is gonna look. He even put one of his legs away. He's like, this guy caught a branch. Next one up's probably gonna be a fish. Let me get closer. Yep, he is waiting. That's why I don't want to really fish here, because that's definitely gonna be a fight right now. Because as soon as I caught that piece of wood, he perked up, and look, he walked over closer. And that fight's not gonna end well for him. The only problem is I might be in the water. I don't have any waterproof shoes, so I really don't want to be doing that either. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk down a little bit. All right, buddy, you're gonna have to move. I gotta get through there. I don't want no problems. I like how I was planning to keep that rainbow, but the rainbow had a different plan and just kind of broke the hook and got off. All right, well, there's a sock right there. That's the elusive sockeye salmon. There's not a sock right there. Hold on. Yep. Ugh. All right. Now, dude, you gotta have to move, man. I gotta get through there. He's just chilling there. Okay. Can we move, please? Like, dude, I gotta walk over there. Look, he's just chilling. He doesn't care. He's like, I remember what you did. Come on, get out. Shh. Come on, dude. All right, thanks for moving. All right, off he goes. It's like I might become friends with this guy. Might have to get him an Instagram account. All right, there's gonna be a trout here. That's what we caught it last time. Emergency toilet paper socks. That's funny. Well, hopefully not, but that is funny. Hold on. I want to put that hook on a little bit more, so it has a little bit more play. Okay, here we go. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, I like this. That's what we caught the last trout on, so that's what we're going to keep fishing on. Hopefully I don't have to fight this bird for my fish today. Hold on, guys. I'm just checking, making sure I don't have any ice on my line. You see my tip is already getting frozen over. How do you guys fight this problem when you go fishing? Look, not anymore, but... Oh, hey, Steve Davis. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to buy me a new hook for that. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate you. That's cool, man. Let's see what you guys write. But yeah, drop shot is probably great right now. I will not be able to fish any lakes anymore in Jersey, so we're stuck with rivers. Because unless I go ice fishing, all right, that was as perfect of a cast as I could do, so that's our chance right now. Just gonna twitch that guy. And I'm in a good position to fight a blue heron in case we get a fish, because there's plenty of rocks here. That's exactly where we fought the bird last time. So I'm just twitching this worm bait, this micro worm off the bottom right next to the log where the fish probably hiding, if there's still any left. Even picked up a little bit of seaweed, look. I like that. The socks are emergency toilet. That's funny, man. All right, let me check what you guys write so I'm not getting behind. Tank Smith says that they're in Delaware at Looms Pond. Oh, yes, see, we got some serious beef with that bird. That bird tried to take my trout, man. Demon, what's going on? I'm sorry I missed you. What's going on, Demon? Mustafa, get a stick just in case he attacks. Possible, possible. We don't want to hurt him, but apparently my size does not intimidate him, which is kind of concerning. Yeah, Mustafa is in Ankara, which is gets cold. It gets snow down there. I mean, up there. Let's see. Doga Village, what's going on? 5151, and I'm Mary Parsa. How you doing, guys? But yeah, Demon, welcome to the chat, man. We caught a trout today in the first 15 minutes of a live stream, and he decided to let himself go, and we're fine with that. I was not planning to go trout fishing today, as I already mentioned, but I came to the lake to go crappie fishing, and it was all frozen over at the banks. So that decision was made for me. The only thing I wish I did different was I wish I had a little lighter jig head, because I feel like right now I can't go too slow because the jig head I'm using is a 1.5 gram jig head. It's a little heavy for my liking. I like to go down to 1 gram or maybe like 1/64 of an ounce. All right, but you never know. We might get a fish. Right now I'm swimming that right next to that log right there, and if there's trout, they're probably hiding from the blue heron anyway. That's a good spot to catch a fish. That's where we caught a fish 2 weeks ago. But now I think we can fish the spot in many live streams because I know there's fish there, and I know that if I get up on that ledge, I can pretty much, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. So we might come back here. Now let's change up a spot real quick. But yeah, it's really cold here in Jersey. Oh, look, we got a bottle. I don't know what's inside of it, but can we get it out? I don't know. Without getting my line stuck? Who knows? Now, you know what? I'm going to get my line stuck. Let's see. All right, let's move down. It's cold here. That's why I'm pretty confident that we'll probably be the only people fishing for trout for the next couple of weeks. There's no way people are coming down here to freeze. I know my Jersey people. There's not many fishermen here. They'll come down here. Even with these wool half gloves, my fingertips pretty cold. All right, let's go toss in that little waterfall thing. The only problem, like I said, I really can't get in the water right now because I really don't have any sort of waterproof boot. If I do get water on my feet, that means I have to run to my car. But that spot looks pretty good right now. Let's try it. And I definitely have enough weight on my jig head to toss it out there. And if we do get a fish, we can land it without a net. Hmm. Okay, I think this is as good of a spot as any. There has to be fish in that hole right there. I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna get one, but I know they're there. Like right along that bank. Like right there. We actually during the summer we catch a lot of that smallmouth bass and those red eye bass, the rock bass. Right from there. Just gotta be careful. And if we do get one, I can easily land them over here. We can try a different color trout magnet just in case. Pretty sure I have my trout magnets with me. Let's give it a try. Hold on. Maybe like 5 more casts with the Z-Man, and then we'll switch to a trout magnet. Just gotta make sure I have a, yeah, I do have them in my pocket. No, well, they're not underneath the bridge because the water level under the bridge is, oh, you're talking about over there? No, I saw the water under that bridge. It's crystal clear, and there was zero fish in it. That spot is. I know what you're talking about. That fish. That spot right there is really good in the spring, but there's zero fish there right now. We can go back there if I catch nothing here, but under this bridge, there's basically the water's too shallow here. Right now, I think if there's going to be a rogue fish we can catch, it's going to be in right in this pool of water, right along that bank, right in that wash. All right, I'm grabbing something, but that's not fish. Ah, yes, the big old 3-pounder. I really want to get my feet wet. Please. Hold on. All right, we got a branch. Oh, we got off. Good. Phew. Saved by the bell. Really don't want to get my, because I only have 2-pound line. I really don't want to get my line off. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's try if we can get a rogue one. A rogue rainbow. All right. Well, it's not a fish, but it did feel like a fish when I first got it. Here you go. All right. The good old 3-pounder. I got 2 of these and then 1 rainbow today. You always got a feeling when you get it. Feel like you have a fish on. Let's see. No, much Butler. So I thought these were wool, 100% wool. They're actually only 30% wool. I bought them on a Sam's Black Friday clearance. They were cheap, but I that's not a fish. That's another 3-pounder. That's not a fish, is it? Jeez, this is 2 for 2 here. Look at this. You guys want more of these? That's 2 for 2. I mean, I'm just lucky that they're breaking off, or they were breaking off. But yeah, these are only 30% wool. They're pretty warm, but my fingertips still get cold. The good thing is, because I have short fingers, they cover most of my finger. That is definitely where I'm lucky at. What's going on, William? I do remember you. Let's see, who else is here? Ramadan Donuts, and the combo is Daiwa Presso, Rod, not the Daiwa Presso Air, the cheaper one, and Daiwa Legalis LT1000 reel. Probably the best combo you can get for 150 bucks. All my life I fished with cheap stuff. It's the first time I spend money. But this combo is great. Ah, there's a problem. There's definitely a problem with using a heavier jig head because I keep scraping the bottom, and I would like to go slower, but I can't because I scraped the bottom with this 1.5, like I believe it's 1/32 of an ounce jig head. I'm definitely scraping the bottom with it, so it's just a matter of time before I get this snag somewhere. Let's try it one more time. I'm gonna move a little bit to the right because I really want to. There's a bit part of a tree in there, but I really want to get it closer to the bank because I feel like if there's a fish there, it's right there at the bank. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Would, uh, is that another piece of wood? I can't take this anymore. I got another tree branch. I got. I cast it 5 times. Look at this. I'm consistently getting beauties. I mean, they're just. I'm surprised the blue heron's not coming over to get some of this. I can probably build my wife one of those modern art looking vases at the house. Look, they're all consistently the same. Ah, this is funny. This is funny and upsetting. But at least we caught a fish today. All right, let me reel a little faster. I'm not sure how smart of idea that is, but I'm gonna try casting it over there. But usually there's no fish there. It makes no sense for them to sit there. I do have to tell you, with a 2 pound line, this thing casts like nobody's business. You can really whip it. You can really whip this Daiwa rod. It whips through the whole range of the blank. No, that was not a fish. I was wondering if I was getting bites. All right, let's see. Probably fish for. See if we can find a different spot we can fish it. I don't see any fish activity over there. It's really shallow over there. Give me a second, guys. Whenever you wear these gloves, you always have to watch out where the hook's going because if it gets stuck in your glove, especially if it's a wool glove, it's going to rip your glove apart. So yeah, even with having a half hand gloves, you will get your fingers absolutely frozen if the temps are under 30. And you can see the ice here. It is cold. Huh. I'm just looking out for fish. Give me a second, guys. Ah, these very, very cold. All right, let's walk up a little bit and try under the bridge since I promised. Under that bridge up there. I would love to put a spinner on, but I'm telling you right now, my hands are so cold, and I think my spinner is somewhere in my pack that I will not be able to do it physically. I will next time I'm here, I'll bring a spinner with me. Oh, hold on, let me put my hands in my pockets real quick. I think I got my fingers a little wet, taking off those those tree branches, and my hands got cold quick. I'm talking quick. Maybe on Wednesday I'll take you guys here. We'll get a bunch of different lures and we'll just sit on that log and see if we can catch all the trout we can. I feel like there's still trout out here. I think there's still at least half a dozen fish that we can catch. Oh, some bird met their maker. Somebody ate that bird. All right. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I don't see any fish. Usually the fish are so big in the fall that you can see them right away. You see their outlines. There's one spot I want to cast upstream real quick before we go there. Let me see what you guys write. And thanks for leaving me likes. If you don't know how to leave me a like, you just have to double tap the screen. Demon, it's about -3 degrees Celsius. It's about 30. Well, in the morning it was 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's probably around 30, 32. It's exactly about zero. I caught a fish right there about a month and a half ago. All right, let's try it. Oh yeah, my tip's frozen. See, not so fast. You see this? I got ice on my tip. The beauties of fishing in winter. I wonder how the fly guys do it. All right, I probably have to reel fast because I don't know where it's going down the stream. So, but I caught a fish right along that bank. Oh nope, we're stuck. Yep, that went as I expected it. Well, I guess my 1.5 ounce jig has gone. I'm gonna switch out for I'll switch out to 1 gram jig head for the next fishing session. I think I'm gonna call it a day because my hands are cold. I don't want to bore you guys. I haven't seen any fish under the bridge. Yo, Haronia, what's going on, man? You came here right at the tail end. My hands are a little bit frozen, and I just ripped my 1/32 of an hour jig head with my Z-Man lure. So I'm gonna head home because I gotta be home anyway in the next 30 minutes. I don't want to bore you guys, but we did catch a rainbow trout. I appreciate it of you. If you give me a like and subscribe, that'd be nice of you. I'll probably be fishing here again tomorrow. I'm gonna come better prepared. We did catch a trout within 50 minutes of fishing, so it's not that bad. All right. I appreciate you. Hey, Glenn McGuire, I see you coming in. I appreciate you still trying to give me a like. I'm going to run, guys. Thanks again. Stay warm, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be live fishing tomorrow here again. Maybe we'll catch 2 fish. Bye.